Hey everybody, how's it going today? Great. So we talked a little bit earlier this week about working with kind of using a different or a new way of counting and how that's going to apply, kind of work with addition problems as well. This new way or method is called TouchMath counting. And really all it is a way to use a pattern to count numbers. Now I know in Miss Lowry's math class lately, you guys have been using objects to help with counting and help with addition. This is a way to do it without objects. So if you don't have objects or you need to do it a different way, maybe this is a better way for you guys to do it, a different way to learn it. I want to make sure that you know how to. With today's lesson, we're going to use a couple different things. We have, and John, let me borrow this one from you. We have your kind of flashcards if you guys cut them up. We have your pages if you guys just left them here to help with the pattern for the counting. We're also going to use a little bit later individually your iPads to help with some of these problems as well. And throughout, we're going to kind of try to get people involved answering some of these questions, helping me out with the lesson too. As always with our lessons, if there's questions, if you guys need some extra help, you think we need to spend more time on an area, let me know. Raise those silent hands and we'll make sure to do so. Now today, we're really only focusing on numbers 1 through 5. And I wanted to do that because I want to first get you comfortable learning the lesson and learning the pattern as far as TouchMath, but also feel comfortable when we're starting to do some of these addition problems too. So today what I'm going to do is talk about and kind of let you know how that pattern works. I'm going to demonstrate how that pattern works, and then we're going to do that together as a group. So let's start with number 1. It's a nice easy one to start with, really pretty simple. With 1, you're really just touching the top of the number and touching like that, so 1. So let's do that together as a group. 1, great job. So let's move on to number 2. With 2, you're counting and touching the beginning and the end of the number, or the top or the bottom. So it goes 1, 2. Let's do that one together as a group. 1, 2. Great job. On to number 3. So 3 has kind of 3 points, beginning, a middle, and an end. So when you're counting and touching 3, it goes like this. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that together. 1, 2, 3. Great job. So 4 starts to get a little tricky, but it's nothing you guys can't handle. So with 4, we're counting from top to bottom and from left to right. So 4 looks like this, the pattern that we follow when we're counting and when we're touching. So we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that one together. And again, following along with your cards, with your pages. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. So last but not least is number 5. So number 5 kind of follows the pattern, kind of almost like a snake. What I like about number 5 too is number 5 looks like it's almost like a person with a big belly, like a Santa Claus kind of figure. So I'm going to use that. You guys can use it if you want to. You can even tell people you made it up and came up with it all on your own. But 5, the pattern that we follow is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the belly button, and then 5. So let's do that one together as a group. So counting and touching 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody sticking out those bellies, and 5. How's that sound? Any questions so far? Okay. So now we're going to take what we've been practicing and apply that to some addition problems. Now with this, again, kind of still using your flashcards, using your pages in front of you, you're going to follow along with me. I'm going to call on certain people to kind of help me out with some of these questions, but we're going to use those same patterns we just learned in counting and helping us now with addition. So let me pick up a pen. Now I know with lately in Mr. Clark's history class, you guys have been working and kind of discussing U.S. presidents. You've had some President's Day activities, so I'm going to kind of continue that theme with us today with these addition problems. So let's move on to the first one. Again, you can see here the President's Day TouchMath edition. So a little bit of overload for U.S. presidents. So with this one, John, you're going to help me out with the first one. And we're going to count the numbers and see what the total is going to be. So in this question, we have Amanda sees 3 flags. So remember the counting, John, and how that order goes with the pattern. 1, 2, 3. That's right. So then, John, 2, we see that Drew sees 1 flag. So where do we count here, John? That's right, up here on the flag, 1. So now let's put that all together and everyone follow along. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So altogether, how many flags do we have? 4. Good job. Good job, John. So let's erase this one. And we'll see the next one. So next, Sarah, you're going to help me out. Let me get over on this side so I'm not blocking your view. So Sarah, in this one you can see Jen sees 3 bald eagles. You can see the bald eagles here. Remember the order that we count. Sarah, remember how that starts? That's right. So start at the top. So 1, 2, 3. Great. Then we see that Mike sees 2 bald eagles. So how does that go? Again, yep, starting from the top. 1, 2. So how many altogether do we have? And everyone following along. Sarah, let's see it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So altogether, we've got 5 bald eagles. Any questions with that? All right, good job, Sarah. So let me go ahead and erase that. Get out of the way of my own shadow and see what we have next. So next question, Brandon, you're gonna help me out with this one, okay? I'm gonna move over here. So with this one, we see that Paige has 5 roses. So where do we start counting with this one, Brandon? Do we start here or do we start here? The left or the right? Not the left. Remember, with number 5, we start to the right. We kind of follow the pattern almost like a snake. Remember, this is the belly. So we start here, and I'll use this to point. Start here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So Joe has 1 rose. Where do we start here, Brandon? Where's that rose at? Right, so at the top, so just 1. So let's put this all together. And everyone following along. Brandon, we go 1, that's right, 2, 3, 4, nice belly sticking out there, and then 5. And then plus 1 is 6. So all together, we've got 6 roses. Good job, Brandon. And you know, that's a good one to have. 5, it gets a little bit more complicated. It's tough to know sometimes where we start with that. So good job, Brandon. Altogether, 6 roses. Any questions with that one? Great. I think we have one more. Who wants to help me out with the last one? Grace, you're gonna help me out with the last one, okay? So let's first go to that last one. And this one we're working with penny. So who's on the penny? What president's on the penny? That's right. President Lincoln's on the penny. So we're gonna count pennies, see how much Kaylee has first. So Grace, where are we starting at here? That's right, at the top. So 1, 2. And we see that Jack has 1 penny. And yep, that's right. So with the 1, we're counting at the top, 1. So let's put that all together. Everyone following along with your cards, with your pages. 1, 2, 3. So all together, we've got 3 pennies. Any questions with these? You can see how we're using our counting, and now we're applying that to how we're doing our addition. So when you don't have those objects, you guys can still complete these problems. I believe that was the last question. So what we're going to try now is, everyone has their iPads. John, let me borrow yours really quick. If you haven't opened them up already, let's open them up. If I can get the cover off. So let me unlock. So we've got our iPads, and you should be going to, it's called the TM counting app we have right here. It's got the little robot. It just stands for TouchMath counting. So if you guys haven't opened it up, open that one up already. Thank you, John. And in here, we're gonna have some problems that we're gonna work on. You guys are gonna actually work on these ones individually. I'm gonna walk around, just check how you guys are doing, see if you have any questions, you need any help. If you do have questions, remember silent hand, you wanna raise that up, let me know that you need some help. After about 5-10 minutes, we're gonna go over them, kind of discuss them, see what you guys think, and then talk a little bit about what we're gonna do for homework. Homework's gonna be a continuation of kind of what we're doing here. So taking your iPads home, working on some of these same problems, and just practicing this process of TouchMath counting. Any questions? All right, let's get to it, guys.